Cricbuzz Comm in the 15th over. Now, at the start of the show, we had mentioned that it was the 3 Lions of England up against 1 Lion of Sri Lanka. The tale of the first 15 overs, Robin, has been about just one Sri Lankan Lion in Avishka Fernando standing up with 74% of the runs.
Yes, he did. He batted brilliantly. I thought, for me personally, he looked a lot like Ravinda De Silva. Minimum footwork, but then the bat going through the ball beautifully. He looked good for a big score. Unfortunately, played an uppercut, maybe a little too early. Maybe he could have held back from high risk shots, but he was also getting runs that way, so possibly backed himself to get those runs that same way. Maybe he should have thought of smaller goals within the game. Probably look to get that 50 first and then go back to playing the way he did.
But he had to play a dual role, Robin, because when he came in 2 wickets down, you were just thinking that here's a free-flowing player who would have loved a platform like they got in the last game.
Well, yeah, absolutely. It would have been great for him to continue batting the same way. But with also Kusal Mendes batting at the other end, where he's taking up a few balls, getting time to get into bat. Maybe he's thinking that he wants to hold one end up and not give wickets from that end, so that a partnership builds while Avishka Fernando goes around scoring runs like the way he was. So it was an important partnership, but it's another time in the game where they have to build another partnership for Sri Lanka for them to get anywhere close to 250, 260.
Especially that they know what's happened with their middle order collapses. It'll be more the test of character. Angelo Matthews is in there. It really hasn't been among the runs, even when he looked so good in the previous game. Bang, bang, 4 out.
Yeah, he looks good today as well, as in he's hitting the ball off the middle of the bat. He got under a quick bouncer pretty well against Mark Wood just now, so he looks like he's ready to go. But you can only tell once he gets off the mark and starts scoring runs that this period will be a little bit of a test of character for them in the Sri Lankan middle order, and also for Angelo Matthews. And all of us are hoping that he gets off a mark and gets Sri Lanka to a respectable score, because for them to get to a respectable score, his contribution will be critical.
Also, in terms of now, the strategy should have to be conserving wickets. If you look down the order, already into the all-rounders. Thisara Pereira in next, then Dhananjaya De Silva, Jeevan Mendes. So it's not really a very long batting order. It never has been, but when you lose 2 wickets, it looks even smaller.
Well, yeah, that's been Sri Lanka's problem, hasn't it? And they've lost wickets in clumps. When they've lost that 1 wicket after a partnership, they've lost 2 at a time. And hopefully that is not what we are looking at today. And hopefully they can get off another partnership right now, which is critical for them. Like I said, if they need anything above 250 or 260, they need a partnership at this point in time.
Quick word to finish on England's bowling. They've been impressive as expected. I guess that wicket up front was a bonus in a sense for Chris Woakes. The batsman contributed to it, but certainly they've been steady. No sign of spin yet.
Not just yet, because I think they're bowling really well. The fast bowlers are bowling exceptionally well. I think Ben Stokes also looks dangerous. We saw Mark Wood bowling with a cross seam, getting the ball to deviate off the wicket. So there's something probably just enough in the wicket to help the fast bowlers. So I see them bowling a little bit more before the spinners come on the bowl.
And as far as our predictions go at this stage for our My 11 Circle Expert Couch, it looks like we'll have to take these stools and start sitting on them if we keep losing the couch like that. But we'll reassess in the 35th on Cricbuzz Comm.